being here at the launch of Sixpenny. My name is Jeffrey Lewis, and here's a song about a person you might see walking around this very neighborhood on this very day. This is called Scowling Crackhead Ian. Getting enough guitar? Scowling crackhead Ian, I can't forget your face. You were a foul human being, way back on St. Mark's Place. A white thug when we were both poor, a life struggling for 1 quarter more. In 6th grade, that's what you'd mug me for, a switchblade pressed up to my jugular. So I feared for my neck, safe streets were few. My nerves grew wrecked near to 2nd Avenue. I soon learned how to steer clear of a crook or a crew. And now I'm still here, and look, so are you. Forever you've been Crackhead Ian. It was your kid nickname if we spoke it. You were an insane human being, whether you ever did or didn't really smoke it. I know that tall, thin, bent-over stroll, all sunburnt and grim since 10 or 12 years old. I guess yesterday's gone faces still indent our soul, and I guess both our moms' places still on rent control. I was a twig small, sad sack, punier guy. You was as big, tall, and bad back in junior high. No sight of someone's face has ever been scarier. You'd come chase me from Street Fighter 1 or Space Harrier. Hello again, Crackhead Ian. I still can't forget your foul face. My fellow human being, I know we're both still planted on St. Mark's Place. We've lived our poor lives in close parallel within these 4 or 5 blocks we both know so well. You must have grew up near the theater or Old Gross Hotel. I'm sure you're aware of me here, but oh, I can't tell. It seems you never outgrew your little preteen rage. I still see you look so mean, though now we're middle-aged. I was eavesdropping last year at you laughing to tell about bashing some dude with a chair till he fell. I slipped fast by you, not wanting our eyes to touch, drifting past by new awnings that had all changed so much. I've never known your story, I'm sure it's rotten and tough, but how long before these roles for us have gotten old enough? You must have had it so rough, kid. Well, I wonder. Forged by a tiny portion of love or fortune, goes lightning or goes thunder. You're a bad one, Crackhead Ian, a sad son and sunburned pink. But of all the best kids seen downtown in our preteens, it's just you and me left now, I think.
No.
So how long until you notice? How long until you shake my hand? How long until we're old man neighbors, last tribesmen of the vanished land? We never even did exchange names. You were an evil kid from Hades. When we played these arcade games that made life great in the 80s. Me and Ian, ride into the night of an East Village dream, with those games in the street and the heat and me and Ian. Here's another song about a neighbor. This one is called Sad Screaming Old Man. I'm used to apartments with walls that are weak. Sometimes I'd hear it all if my neighbors would speak. But this recent apartment and bedroom that I got started out seeming decent, more boring than not. For 2 or 3 years, nothing happened at all. There was an old man next door that I would see in the hall. He shuffled politely, he wears an old suit, you know, a standard old geezer, a quiet old coot. He used to seem normal, but then all at once he started these nocturnal groanings and grunts. It's hard to get used to, and it gives me the creeps. Pretty much every night now he screams when he sleeps. from the future. If it was a dog bark or a screaming infant, I would probably be fine, back asleep in an instant. But picture me lying there alone in my bed when this old man just lets out these shrieks near my head. And now every night at like 3 in the a.m. I get woken up by all this miserable mayhem. Who's being dismembered? What the hell's wrong? I'm scared that he'll send me insane before long. And it makes me afraid just to be me like I am, cause it could be my fate, a lonely screaming old man. Tell me, what did he do in his youth for this torture? What if I'm him and it's true that he's me in the future? Dark night of our souls, dark night of our hearts, dropping down the bottomless hole. I just need to get some sleep, I don't know when I might begin, but I don't want another minute in the same old story, purgatory. Stop the torture, old man, please don't be myself from the future. I'm used to apartments with walls that are weak. Sometimes I hear it all if my neighbors would speak. But this recent apartment and bedroom that I got started out seeming decent, more boring than not. But now it's like trying to sleep in a Guantanamo cell block, or a hospital hellhole for some horrible shell shock, or a medieval dungeon with sadistic conditions where some pitiful someone's getting willfully listen. And you know in the dark when your mind is just spinning, you get visions of weird things with no end or beginnings. I drift off for a bit and then he's moaning some more, and I'm scared that he's me and I'm the him from before. I get some paranoid fantasy sci-fi scenarios. They seem dumb in the daylight, but for now again there he goes. Dark night of our souls, dark night of our hearts, dropping down the bottomless hole. I just need to get some sleep, I don't know when I might begin, but I don't want another minute in the same old story, purgatory. Stop the torture, old man, and please don't be myself from the future.
Well, you know, Jeffrey, it's true what you say. I once was like you, then I turned out this way. I lived my young life complaining love wasn't there. It was never enough to sacrifice for or care. And I once had a cat, and I had 1 or 2 pals, and I would go and hang out, sort of like that way you do now. But now all I can do is scream in the darkness. The pain inside 90 years empty and heartless. He who grew seeking freedom is a rose brief and blue. Cause you know it's already leading you down the road to this room. I thought I'd get glory from war in the dark and entrenched. But I spent 40 years more in a park on a bench, and it's all existentially hopeless eventually. You're just a method